Hi everyone, we have a delivery, not sure if it's clear, Thrive meals. So if you haven't already seen our FUBA review, we've done a FUBA review which is similar to Thrive, but we just got our Thrive delivery. What we have are actual kind of ready-made meals similar to what FUBA had. I'll straight up say I much preferred the FUBA packaging. It had the carbs and everything neatly displayed on the front, all of the macros, very easy to read. On the front it also had clear on what it was. This is on the back, so this one is Middle Eastern chicken meatballs with seasonal veg.
I will say the vacuum sealing is probably nice. Going to keep it fresher for longer though. So what's the date on those?
Best before the 21st of June.
So you're getting 2 weeks on them. It's the 7th today. So you're getting 2 weeks on them. Whereas the FUBA ones were only 1 week. So I guess that's the difference.
This one is Rangdang chicken curry with broccoli and cauliflower rice. When we have these, we'll go over all the macros and everything a little bit more. They just look like small amounts with the vacuum packed as well. Mexican chicken keto bowl.
Sounds good.
This is slow cooked Greek lamb shoulder keto bowl. I guess that's mine. Erica doesn't eat lamb, for anyone who's not aware of that. Korean beef keto bowl.
It looks fresh.
It does look fresh. Yeah. Chinese 5-spice beef with broccoli and cauliflower rice. And one more that's not vacuum packed, which looks weird compared to the rest of it. Jerk spice fish with carrot, capsicum salsa and coconut yogurt. Doesn't last as long, 13th, so only a week.
Right.
So you can see the difference versus those vacuum packed ones. So as we eat these, we'll show you what we're eating, explain the macros and also how they taste. Okay, so we've got our meals here for tonight. This one is the one that wasn't vacuum sealed that we showed. The jerk spice chicken with carrot and capsicum salsa and coconut yogurt. Now the nutritional information is in kilojoules and it's 1100 kilojoules.
Let me get my phone. So
is that all?
265.
Wow, that's okay. That's pretty low.
It's because it's fish, I guess.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of fat. There's only 7 grams of fat, 11.9 grams of carbs. The protein was 24.8.
Okay. And then I've got Chinese 5-spice beef with broccoli and cauliflower rice. So it's 1300 kilojoules, which is 311 calories. 37 grams of protein.
Oh, that's a good protein.
5.6 grams of carbs, so that's pretty good. So for this one, it says like the vacuum packed ones, just to put it in the microwave like this.
Like that.
And it'll kind of puff up. And that one, it says...
Pierce the film, heat on high for 3 minutes, leave to stand for 1 minute.
So let's heat them up. Okay, so it said to let it sit for a minute.
Put the next one in. Okay, so here it is. Plastic off. We put on the plate. So that's like the cauliflower and broccoli rice, which actually looks quite nice.
Yeah, quite
chunky.
Turmeric or something in it.
But the sauce on this 5-spice beef also smells quite nice.
This one looks good.
This one does look good. There's lots of like quite saucy, which is good.
Got a lot of
carrot.
A lot of carrot, not much fish by the looks of it.
Does look like a pretty small amount of fish. The problem I've been finding so far with these types of meals is that they're very much the diet mentality.
That's probably true.
Where it's like restricting the calories down.
A little bit of meat and lots of veggies kind of thing.
Yeah.
So this one's definitely a higher carb one, but you can see that's just
all veg.
All carrot.
Yeah, all carrot.
Okay. compared to Fuba, just the instant thing is probably they're a bit more gourmet. Does that make sense? Like more complex flavour profiles, maybe. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
So I've got the
beef.
Do you want to try it as well? And the cauliflower rice. I mean, the beef's very tender. It just came apart with my fork. Yeah, it's nice.
The cauliflower is a little bit too firm for me, but I can see why they've done that because otherwise it would go really mushy.
But the
beef
gravy,
and the sauce is
like
nice.
the kind of Asian gravy thing, is nice, and I think that's nice.
And you wouldn't necessarily normally like that kind of beef, so that's interesting. Let's try the fish. Let's try a bit of the fish by itself.
I'll try the veg. So this is capsicum and carrot, I think that's it.
There's some onion in there as well by the looks of it.
It's a lot of carrot.
It's a lot of carrot.
Which isn't necessarily my favourite.
And I tasted this coconut yogurt. It's not flavoured or anything. It's literally...
just coconut yogurt. Is the fish spicy with the jerk?
I wouldn't say it's spicy. It's nice.
Have a bit of yogurt and a bit of fish. I'm not getting much flavour at all.
No. It's nice because there's like a little kind of spice coating on it, but it's not...
You know how jerk I expected it to pack a punch. But
overall, these both have
pretty
been
good.
Pretty tasty. We'll go and have dinner and we'll show you what we do tomorrow night. I have one of the Thrive meals with me for lunch today. I have slow cooked Greek lamb shoulder keto bowl. So it looks like that, kind of a bit hard to see in this light. Got to go in the microwave for 2 minutes, rest for a minute, and then we'll taste it. Okay, so my initial thoughts just looking at it, there's some zucchini, there's a piece of lamb, there's a little bit of watery, some tomatoey kind of sauce, and something that looks cheesy. So I'll give it a try. Okay. The lamb's nice. I'm not sure what the dairy is. I can't put my finger on that, but yeah, that is really delicious. Erica doesn't eat lamb, so I was given the lamb to take for lunch, but that's pretty tasty. I'm gonna go and have my lunch now. I realised I didn't tell you the carbs and the energy. So the carbs is about 10 and the calories is 400. I just had a little bit more of that sauce and there's actually chickpeas in it. So I don't know that I would call that keto, but it's still 10 grams, so it's up to you. I probably wouldn't choose something that had chickpeas in it normally. So that's interesting, but it's up to you. 10 grams of carbs.
What are we having for dinner tonight, Dan?
Okay, we've got Middle Eastern chicken meatballs with seasonal veg. So that's this one here. So again, we've got kilojoules. So 1300 kilojoules. I'll work that out in a sec. The carbs is 7. So this is one of the lower ones. The one I had today was 10.
Right.
I had the lamb today, as you will see. And this one is the Korean beef keto bowl. It's only 907 energy kilojoules. That's very low. I'll check both of those in a second. And carbohydrates is 8.3. So this has got like some bok choy, some cauliflower, and some kind of mincy looking thing. Let me work out the kilojoules. So the Korean beef bowl is 215 calories. That's quite low. 1300. And this, the Mexican meatballs is 310. So let's pop them in the microwave. I'm assuming that's the instructions. Meatballs, heat for 2 minutes, and then let it stand for 1. Most of them have been that kind of instruction. And this one, same thing. So we'll heat these up and give them a taste. This one looks like it's got like almond flakes.
There's a lot of veg in that one and not much meat. Do you reckon?
Don't want to miss any of that goodness. There's a bit of liquid in that one. I'll just leave that in there. Okay, so the meatballs has peas. That's where a lot of the carbs would be coming from on that one, and the tomatoey sauce. I will say the veg in this one, especially with it being green, looks quite bright and vibrant.
It does. Very fresh. And I guess because it's vacuum sealed in, that seems to make a difference with reheating it too, do you reckon? But that veg looks nice.
It actually does look nice.
I can tell you the last time I had a pea.
Put some butter on that.
These have all been dairy free, haven't they?
There's some in there that have dairy on them.
Oh, okay.
The Mexican one had cheese from what I could tell.
But everyone we've had so far has been dairy free, hasn't it?
There was dairy on the lamb. Okay.
Dinner time.
Meatballs and Korean beef bowl.
Korean beef bowl. I don't really know my Korean flavours.
I wouldn't have thought almonds were...
Korean?
I thought it smelled nice. Oh yeah.
I like the flavour of that mince.
That's really nice.
And just veg. The cauliflower's fine. Nothing special. Yeah, so what was this? I'm not going to be able to push this one.
What was that? I think it's chicken.
Middle Eastern? Is that what the flavour says? What do you think?
I liked it. It's nice. The meals have all been pretty nice so far.
They do have a really nice flavour. I think, yeah, it just seems like a lot of, this one in particular.
A lot of veg, not a lot of
veg. But I have been pretty impressed with the freshness and the flavour of them for sure.
We've got 2 more, which we will film for dinner tomorrow night. And then we'll give you a bit of an update around prices and stuff. Dinner. Is it already out? Oh no. Okay, we've got the last 2 meals of the Thrive. This is a Mexican chicken keto bowl. We'll go over the energy in a second because we've got to work it out every time. The rendang chicken curry. This one looks good.
Yeah,
it's got broccoli and cauliflower rice with it.
And it's freezing tonight. It feels like
It feels like a curry.
Yeah.
So we'll work out the macro stuff and heat these up and eat them. The rendang curry is just under 400 calories and carbs is 8.3, and this one was 350, which is the Mexican chicken keto bowl, and the carbs is 9.4. So all of them so far have been heat for 2 minutes with the plastic kind of just like this, and then let them sit for a minute. So they're both the same. So we'll do that now.
Okay, let's talk price. So the meals ranged in price. Some were $10.95 and they went up to $13.95 depending on what the meat, like the protein option was. So for the 7 meals that we ordered, it was $90.65 and that was delivered. So pretty much the same price as the Fuba, even though the meals were a bit more expensive because the shipping was free if you spent a minimum amount. I can't remember what the minimum amount is. I want to say $70 or $80. I couldn't find it on the website there. But they also ship to a lot more places than what Fuba do. And you can get them at some IGA supermarkets. If you go onto the website, it listed the IGA options, which is pretty cool. And it was a similar sort of ordering system where I had to put the order in by Wednesday or Thursday night, and then it was delivered on the Monday, and it came you know, packed with ice bricks and everything. So it was pretty easy, and you didn't have to do a recurring order. You could choose if you just wanted to do a one-off. So it pretty much worked out at about the same as what we paid for the 7 Fuba meals. It's kale, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a big fan of kale. But there was cheese there's cheese there.
Yeah. Which most of them have been dairy-free. They do seem to have a more paleo, clean eating vibe compared to Fuba, would you say?
Yeah. Okay, so that's that one.
That looks like the most substantial meal there's been. Would you think?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just
The
putting it in the bowl.
The protein looks more substantial than some of the others, maybe. Like there's a lot of there's a fair bit of chicken there. Like there's 4 slices of chicken. Let's have a look at this. Again, actually, the chicken on this one looks quite similar to... That's a good amount of chicken there too, Erica. I'm looking forward to this one the most, I think.
Dinner time. Okay, let's try the curry.
I'm really interested in tasting the...
It looks really delicious, I will say.
Pull that chicken bit out again. There you go. That's nice.
That's yummy.
Every time we've had the cauliflower rice, we've had it a few different times. It's way more chunky than what we would make ourselves, and it's quite firm.
That's really like it's
but
got
the flavour
a
of that
lot of
sauce is yummy.
lemongrass or something. It's really kind of fresh. It's not kind of heavy at all. Like it looked like.
No, that's nice. The flavour of that curry is nice.
I think that's my favourite one so far. A bit of everything.
I'm enjoying the cheese. That's all right, but I probably wouldn't choose that.
There's not much flavour to it.
No.
Did you get any sort of Mexican flavour apart from cheese?
No, just cheese. So yeah, I mean that one's okay, but definitely the rangdang.
I think this has been my favourite one so far.
I can't remember the other meals, but that one was delicious.
The chicken patties.
The lamb was actually really nice. The fish was nice. This one's been nice. If you had to choose between Thrive and Fuba, which one did you like more?
Oh,
I have a funny feeling she's going to say this one.
They were very different. To me, the Thrive one was a bit more gourmet flavours, kind of. And a bit more paleo-y, clean eating-y, whereas Fuba felt more like traditional keto, you know, home-cooked keto type meals. I think I would choose Thrive.
I think I preferred the Fuba. So if you haven't watched our Fuba video, that came out last week. So check that out as well. There's 2 pretty good low-carb ready-made meal options if it's something that you've been looking for.
The Fuba ones were definitely more low carb, I would say. But these ones, the carbs really came from the veggies. So, you know. We hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. And certainly if you are looking for a meal delivery service that's low carb, I would recommend either of these options. And Thrive does have a bit more, like I know they went to South Australia and stuff, which Fuba didn't, so check them out.
If you've got one that you use that we haven't talked about, please pop it in the comments below. We'd be willing to film a video on that and also check that one out. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, and thank you so much for watching.
Bye.